Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist New Bully. I'm your host, Leroy, a.k.a. Motherfucker Jones, with my co-hosts.
Yeah, this is Eli, a.k.a. The Great Pumpkin.
There we go. And we're back with another episode. And yeah, Eli, we are now in the month of October.
We are.
Yeah, so we are getting the final stretch of 2020. So people say it's the fourth quarter. So hopefully we're playing the Atlanta Falcons.
It's my favorite time of year. My favorite month of the year is
I
October.
hate this ending. I'm a summer baby, spring baby, things like that. When it starts getting fall, cold, I hate that shit. So
it isn't even that cold down by you.
I'm bulling up myself. It's cold enough. It's 60, it's 60 degrees.
I was about to say, was it 60 degrees there?
I can't take it. I can't handle it.
Shit, that's shorts weather, man.
Halloween time, 2000 Man Reborn.
That's right. I'm sporting all my horror shirts all month.
You know? That's right. Okay, so you're doing hard. Like I said, this is a lot of people are doing like a Halloween month or a thing. Are you giving any recommendations for like horror movies? Like
I mean, I know I'm putting you on
the spot, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, as far as new horror movies, the newer movies that I've seen lately, as far as horror goes, I got of course Blood Quantum. If you haven't seen Blood Quantum, watch that. I really dug Crawl. That came out last year about the alligator, the hurricane, the Gator Storm movie. I thought Dr. Sleep was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean that's about it. I mean there hasn't been much released this year. I mean, yeah, Chucky and or not Chucky, Candyman and the new Halloween and a bunch of movies got delayed. But yeah,
which we can talk about that also.
Yeah. So but yeah, as far as new horror movies go, yeah, I really dug on Crawl. I think I got to say, as far as within the last year, as far as horror goes, I'm a monster movie kind of guy. I'm not into the whole ghost stuff. Not that I'm scared of them. I just think they're boring. That's all.
I mean, horror is horror. I kind of put them in the. That's me.
I just like, for me, ghost stories. And the supernatural stuff, the shit like The Conjuring and all that. The Nun and all that stuff. It's just I just find them boring. The long walk down the long dark hallway. And,
Eli, you started to sound like a horror snob.
Yeah, I am. I'm a horror elitist. I'm a monster. I'm more into creature features. I like the physical presence that can hurt you. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Ghostbusters on the list. Ghostbusters counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, Ghostbusters, sure. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider,
I guess. Anyway, it's October. Watch as many horror movies as you want. I don't have recommendations. Yeah. Eli's all over that.
It's just another excuse. I'm watching horror movies on the reg, but it's just another excuse for me to watch, horror movies, break out my favorites,
You know what we could talk about since it is horror movie? We actually watched a horror show, which we've been reviewing for the last 8 weeks now, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take.
Oh,
segue.
Yeah, we got what's his face on the Trick or Treat 2027. Yeah.
2007. Never heard of that one.
It's like it's an anthology movie by the guy who. That's a good segue. We'll save that because he's making the Nightbreed movie, which we're going to talk about later. Okay. But as far as Trick or Treat, that's my costume this year. Is Sam from Trick or Treat? It's the little goblin guy from that movie. I got his costume. So.
Never seen it, but I will Google it. Okay, let's move to it. Let's just go ahead and knock us out the way. Like I said, we saw the newest episode of Lovecraft Country tonight. Mm-hmm. Let's just jump into it. Eli, did you get a chance to take a look at it? Anything? Or
I did. Yeah, it was kind of creeped me out a little bit because those two little demon girls that were chasing Diana around.
Right, the whole time. So that's the thing about that it made me if I didn't know that Jordan Peele had anything to do with this this show, that made me realize Jordan Peele has something to do with this show. Just the whole feel of it, just those creepy looking, pick-me girls, run around. So
they reminded me of the twins from The Shining.
The twins from The Shining, yes. Yeah. Not only that, it was some other horror movie elements I saw also. I don't know if you caught it out also, like when the girls jump roping. That's right out of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Freddy Krueger.
I know a little stuff, Eli. I know a little bit about a little bit. It was something else also. Your shirt, Halloween, when lady was walking down the street and the girl just pops out of nowhere. To me, that was the direct reference to me to Michael Myers.
Oh yeah.
In
When
the book
she's
with the
like,
bushes.
she sees the bushes. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, Jordan Peele is a horror fan.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves to just throw this stuff out there because he's a horror fan on it. Now, as far as the girls, they were creepy, but to me, Eli, I think they were overselling it.
Yeah,
Sometimes
when they first popped up on the set, I thought this is some shining shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
But when they start like really start dancing, and I almost looked like they was trying to audition for Fortnite or something. That's just me.
Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller.
It did look like Michael Jackson's Thriller, but even with Michael Jackson's Thriller, I was like, okay, that's cool. But this, like, they was just really like, oh, we're gonna do some Fortnite dances in this, like really go like, okay, calm it down a little bit, kids. I understand you're trying to be creepy, but you're not really coming off creepy. You just look like you auditioning,
Yeah.
But that's just me. Other stuff that went on in this episode, it was a lot of jam-packed stuff that was going on in this episode.
This one was quite the roller coaster. I mean, as far as it began, and right from the beginning, I was like, I knew like right what they were going for. Like they didn't have to announce the very beginning.
I didn't know.
I was like, oh shit, is this Emmett Till's funeral? I'm like, oh shit, because people are coming out puking. I'm like, oh man, are they going there? And I
had no clue what they were doing in there,
And then I got a little upset for a little bit, and then because it was upset. I mean, they're going through real life horror, and again, that's what this movie or this series does. It plays on the real life horrors of racism and hateful bigotry, and the stuff that Black people or people of color have to deal with.
And it was authentic to the things they were doing because they said that when they was outside of the church, they said they could smell him before they walked in there.
It was a hot summer day. It was like the hottest summer day.
They said it was recorded that day in there. It was an open casket funeral because his mom wanted to be open casket funeral to see what had happened. Something else that happened also. Even the end of it, they actually reenacted the murder. Christina.
Yeah, when they were going to kill the cops were going to kill Christina, the white girl.
Yeah, they reenacted everything that happened. They reenacted it with the Emmett Till murder. So, like I said, I'm giving you more historical fact that the show didn't go on. But like I said, Emmett Till was from Chicago, which is where this show was fictionally based in. He got murdered in Mississippi. So, for those who don't know, the woman that pointed him out that falsely accused that she did it was named Carolyn Bryant. Which on her deathbed, she confessed that she made the shit up. Carolyn Bryant is the aunt of the former governor of Mississippi. When I mean former governor, I mean like 2 years ago. So that's a whole big thing right there. So just like it just hit you in the gut with that thing right there. Also, other stuff going on in the episode. We found out what happened with Tit when he went in the portal and came back.
Yeah.
And the book that we thought that where'd he get that book from? So apparently he saw the future. He was getting nothing but spoilers the whole episode. So he knows about Christina. He knows everything. Basically, he had the actual book of Lovecraft's Country that the show is based on, I guess. And it was written by his son, so he knows everything that's about to happen. And they got a pet monster dog that
Yeah, they finally conjured up those what were they called? Those Lovecraft creatures from
they say it in the first
1.
episode. It got 1,000 eyes on it and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. It's a Lovecraft monster, but
and that was really cool because at the end the whole episode there's that tension that they think the city is about to erupt in the riots, which is very timely right now. What's been happening and what happened during the whole riots past summer. So it really played on those real life anxieties that like people of color go through, which gave the episode a little bit of a suspense, a little tension that actually kind of worked because I especially right from the get-go I had that feeling of slight unease throughout the whole episode,
especially when the show started off, right? Because you don't know where it's going.
And with Diana being chased by those two little demon girls, and then just that the tension of the city, about to erupt into riots and all that, and then but then at the end, when the cops show up to the house, their house and start shooting, and then Tick shows up, and they're about to shoot him, but then that monster that they tried to conjure up earlier, they thought it didn't work. He comes up and saves and then rips the cops to pieces, which was
right.
which I thought was awesome.
Especially the cops have been fucking with him the entire, you know, series, season or whatever like that. You just took him out. Yeah. So
especially that scene where Diana gets stopped by the cops who know the magic and put the curse on her. You know, that was all that was really cool. I really like that. And especially when she goes back and talks to him, says, "You guys put a curse on me."
And she spits back on them, you know,
spits on them, says, "Fuck you." Hippolyte is a Greek name, you asshole.
Right. I was thinking the whole time when they said it, I'm like, no, that's Greek. But
that's the Greek myths and shit.
Just to be a dumbass, that's all. So like I said, 2 more episodes left. The Nine Tails Naruto Demon Fox chick shows up.
Yeah. And
doesn't do anything to kick out, you know. It is funny, you know, it's just like a woman, you know, like the world's about to end, all this shit. And I'm pretty sure all Letty heard was that, oh, I had sex with your man. Ignore everything else that just happened.
Of course.
Like you're missing the main point. The apocalypse is coming.
You fuck that bitch.
Fuck you and the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
but just also that conversation that what's her name? The sister. What's her name
Ruby.
again?
Ruby.
Yeah. She's when she's talking to Christina about, you know, like you don't care what happens to us. You don't, you know, making her understand.
And that really hit me. That was a real strong statement right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And it just that whole conversation. And then when Christina's like, well, you don't really care either. And I was like, well, damn. Because then that just sort of
Cthulhu's coming. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Cthulhu coming, because like I said, if you watch the very first episode, like the first 5 minutes of the episode, so far everything that happens at the first 5 minutes has happened in the show so far. It's like it's giving you spoilers about everything that's happened. So I'm thinking Cthulhu almost has to come at the end.
Yeah.
So otherwise, why TV? Because like I said, the Amazon warriors were there, spaceships, all this stuff like that. All this stuff was there. So they were telling you, if the first 5 minutes of the show were telling you everything that is going to happen. So yeah, Cthulhu almost has to come.
Yeah.
So
and just like I said, it was kind of upsetting to me as far as like watching it through Diana's eyes. This episode happening through Diana's experiences and how she's a child experiencing the ugliness of racism in the world. And that's like, for me as a parent, like knowing like, okay, one of these days my kids or my son has already dealt with it in school, but that time where they're going to learn what the world really is. And that was kind of upsetting, you know? So, you know, maybe that added to the whole, I was concerned for her
best friend, you know, and I'm glad it was like a one-off Easter egg thing. It came back because they talked about Emmett Till in episode 3, but it wasn't just a one-off thing they were just doing. They actually came back to it, which I appreciate that. So
that's probably why I was so concerned for her and the whole watching her, you know, the little demon girls chasing her. I was like, oh, you know.
Right. So like I said, 2 more episodes. We're just gonna go through it and go from there. So let's go to the next one. Eli, I don't know how long this one is going to take. Let's go through it as much as possible. So this is, I think I fucked up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so, and I don't remember what I said. All Regal Cinemas will temporarily close, yes, and including yours. So yes, Regal Cinema is closing. And if you have a Regal Cinema close to you, it's closing. So you might want to check, see which one Regal. I know a lot of times people go to movie theaters, don't know which one is Tinseltown, which one is United, which one is Regal's. I found out mine is like down the street, so
really?
I'll go to another one.
I got an AMC down the street, so
right. So everybody's struggling. So, but the thing is, why are they closing? I mean, besides COVID, you know, why are they all closing? And the main reason they're closing is because of one movie and one movie alone. And I found it. Boom! No Time to Die, 007. That's the reason it's closing, because No Time to Die was supposed to come out in November. But of course, they pushed it back in like April, March, May, so like 2021, basically. So got put it back 2021. So basically, the theaters have no big movie this year coming out. I mean, for the rest of the year. So there's no reason to keep it open. If you can't be going, just close it down temporarily, Will your mech up? Who knows? Now, why is No Time to Die getting pushed back is the main thing. It's a whole domino effect that's going on right now. Regal Cinemas is closing because No Time to Die got pushed back. No Time to Die got pushed back because of boom, Tenet. So, how many of you all seen Tenet? None of you? Okay, that's why. That's why I got pushed back. They thought Tenet was going to be some big savior of the universe that was supposed to save Hollywood and save the movie theaters. But people still scared. Didn't want to go with that. I saw the movie. I went there. Nobody else was there. Honestly, Eli, I saw the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary.
Did you go?
I did go. Awesome movie. Ending still shocked me. But the point was, there were more people in that theater than I saw in Tenet. I was like,
oh really?
So that's the thing. And I know why people were banking on Christopher Nolan to save cinema. I mean, not saying he's a bad director. He's a great, awesome director. But let's look at Interstellar. It basically did Ant-Man numbers. So I don't know why people are thinking that he was going to save cinema. Doesn't matter that it's a better movie than Ant-Man.
What did I see? I saw that the World War II movie, the one with the plane where Tom Hardy was in the plane and
no, not that.
What was it called? I can't. Dunkirk.
That's the one.
I saw that. Yeah. I don't know what the numbers that did, but I thought that was just high.
Yeah.
That's just me though,
Yeah, but that's me. But that's the whole thing is that since Tenet underperformed, Tenet flopped. It just flopped. That's what it was. So it flopped. On top of it, not only did it flop, Mulan flopped also. So you got that back-to-back thing of it. So they're just like, nah, let's just push all the shit back. On top of that, not only that, but that's not even this is the first time since 2009 there has not been a Marvel movie in the theaters for a whole year. So that's how accustomed we are. The theater, Hollywood is so ingrained with Marvel movies now that they pretty much base their numbers on Marvel movies. Not them, but every theater. Yeah. Like because they know that whatever Tenet movie comes out, that's okay as long as we get a Black Widow or a Moon Knight movie, whatever like that. People just go to the theater.
What was that movie was it Trolls or something that did okay during the summer, but that was because they put it out on demand or something?
Right, but that's a cartoon. So they probably don't have it. Yeah, so fuck theaters. I had a bad experience lately. Fuck Tenet, no the movie. That's make my head hurt.
Yeah, fuck Tenet or fuck Nolan.
You think Interstellar made your head hurt? Go watch Tenet.
I didn't even see Interstellar. I never saw that.
Interstellar was a weird fucking movie, but
I just heard it was like Doctor Who. Like
Tenet really was just like he just fucking gave up on the plot. He just like fuck it.
Nolan just trying to do a Doctor Who episode, and of course, making it boring.
Right. So like, okay, what the fuck ever. So yeah, so all I gotta say is that, and it's not just in the United States, it's the United Kingdom also, because I know people just don't listen to us in America, Eli. I've seen the analytics. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like 2 people listen to us in Saudi Arabia. So they're hacking our identity. That's what they're doing. But anyway, so it's in the UK also. The United Kingdom, Regal Cinemas all closed down. So yeah, it's going on. So definitely.
You don't want our identities, man. You get pulled over.
Basically. You don't want these problems. So, but Eli, I get my Super Spy Showdown again because I got depressed for a second because I thought 2020 took that away from me because Black Widow got pushed back, but No Time to Die was still here. But now No Time to Die get pushed back with Black Widow, so I get my spy versus spy, thing that I get.
Yeah.
So that's a silver lining type thing.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Oh, T's in the house. What up, T?
I'll bring Alita Angel back. Which one? The one that came out last time?
Oh, really? They're bringing that back?
Why?
To the theaters?
I guess.
Get people to come. I don't know.
They're not going to come. I'm sorry. Not that it was a bad movie. It's just like if they didn't come the first time, like, oh, it's back. Like, no. Yeah.
Like if I'm not going to see Empire Strikes Back, then yeah.
Right. It's not happening.
I almost did, but I was like, nah.
It was a good experience. I mean, if they give me a movie in the theater, because The Dark Knight was that same night also. I thought like Empire or Dark Knight. It's a tough decision.
Yeah. I mean, if there wasn't a fucking pandemic, yeah, I'd totally go see Dark Knight and Empire in the theater. I saw the the last movie I saw in the theater was The Color Purple 30th anniversary. So yeah, I'll definitely go see those two. If no one was gonna breathe on me, that's
it's a hashtag too.
okay.
What
So
was
they
the
want
hashtag?
people. Yeah. All right.
What, Tenet? I don't know.
Battle Angel, I guess.
I don't know who started it. Fat Heat, did you start that hashtag? Let's go to the next one. Okay, so Eli, this is on you. This is on you with this one.
Okay.
Because I kind of know what's going on. I did a little bit of research, but well, let you read out to it. Yeah, the Boondocks, AquaTeens, Hunger Force episode retired for cultural sensitivity.
Yeah.
Or should it be insensitivity? But whatever. What do you take on? Because I know you wanted to talk about this. Now I'll chip in where I can.
Well, studios are cracking down on questionable shows that and their comedic content for being racist, because that's how they're going to fight racism. Instead of solving the problem of not killing, like it don't exist, right? Yeah. Since they're not going to stop killing colored people, let's just erase stuff that makes them laugh.
Right.
Like that'll work. So basically, it happened with Community. A couple other shows they're removing episodes, but now the Boondocks and AquaTeens are getting a couple of their episodes removed. One being the Jimmy Rebel.
I got it. Hold on, let me pull it for you. Okay.
You know who Jimmy Rebel or Johnny Rebel is?
I know who he is.
Yeah, I do too.
Let's explain who he is. Okay. Yeah, so I said, the episode that they banned from, and keep in mind, this was banned on HBO Max. So if you go to HBO Max, you can't find that shit. The episode was the Ballad of Jimmy Rebel or something?
The Legend or something.
Legend of Jimmy Rebel. Yeah. Basically, Jimmy Rebel in the show was this country singer that made a whole bunch of racist ass songs based on a real life country singer named Johnny Rebel, who made a bunch of racist ass songs. One of his hits being Coontown, other songs he made also. So they pretty much did.
There ain't no N-words in Dixie.
Right. So that's the thing. So basically they did a real and the Boondocks did it a whole bunch of times. They may change like one name or something like that, but most of the shit they were doing were real people. And my thing is that all the shit that Boondocks did, this episode, who is it offending? That's what I want to know. Who is it offending? Because all I know is all black people that watch, Boondocks. And I've never seen anything on Boondocks that offended black people.
And it's fucking hilarious. And Uncle Ruck, that's the thing. Uncle Ruckus makes an album.
Right. with Jimmy Rebel.
With Jimmy Rebel.
Right. He goes
oh man. And it was about Obama or whatever.
Right. So that's what that's the thing. They cut these shows, but nobody was ever complaining about this stuff.
And that's the thing is they banned the Jimmy Rebel show or the episode a long time ago, because I don't think on comedy show. I've only seen it once.
It was only played once.
When it aired. I don't even think it's on the DVDs, because I think Izzy from the Geek Savs has them on DVD. I don't even think it's on the DVD collection.
Mm-hmm. Because I think in all on Cartoon Network or Adult Swim, whatever you want to call it, I think they banned maybe 4 episodes of Boondocks, and it was all because now that Tyler Perry episode they banned it because Tyler Perry specifically said, get this shit out there, because I think he has Warner Brothers owns them, and I think he was doing a deal with Warner Brothers, something like that. But anyway, he was like, get them off, or I'm taking my business elsewhere. So that's why they cut it. What was the other one? They made fun of BET. BET also said, get this shit out there.
Is that the one with Martin Luther King where he comes back to life?
No, they left that one.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, they left that one. There was another one where they had a crooked preacher that was voiced by CeeLo Green, from Goody Mob, that they banned that one, So all those 4 episodes banned, but that was banned years ago.
Yeah.
So when it came to HBO, they're banning Jimmy Rebel again. So I'm like, that's nobody's offended by Jimmy Rebel. Well, we are offended by Jimmy Rebel, but
the real life guy. Yeah, this was a parody. It was a parody,
Right. Meanwhile, his music's still out there.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit.
Right.
So we're gonna fight racism by banning art by black people.
Right. All you do is just bringing even more attention to him. Oh, what episode are they banning? Jimmy Rebel. Let me go to Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it on my playlist, you know. Anyway, fuck Jimmy Ripple.
And then of course AquaTeens. There's
I know nothing about this. Look, Eli, look, when I saw this cartoon and I saw this, I like, it's not for me. I'm sorry.
it's
the fact you're telling me it's offensive, I'm like, why?
It's just AquaTeens, it's just stupidity. It's just dumb, stupid shit. They're supposed to be a superhero team, but they're not really. Yeah, they're supposed to be a superhero team, but they live in Jersey, and it's just dumb, but it's fucking hilarious. And they banned an episode. It is bad when I think about it.
Oh, damn.
Where a radioactive black guy, they're dumping toxic waste next door to their house, and one of the workers is a black guy, but he's all radioactive. He ends up biting Master Shake. So Shake is this milkshake, and he ends up turning black.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't even heard it before you.
It's bad. It's so bad. Like I was thinking about it. It's really bad. But he's a milkshake. He's a black milkshake.
He turned to like a chocolate milkshake or something, or what?
He turns brown.
Wow.
And he's got like a grill. Yeah, it's bad. And then there's Boxy Brown. But Boxy Brown was Boxy Brown. So Boxy, yeah, this is
like, it sounds bad when you say it, you know.
So Boxy Brown is a box that I think that Meatwad, the little meatball, hears, but it's a box that talks like I think Isaac Hayes did the voice, and he talks like, you know, you're damn right, you know, and he's just a box. He's there, and he's trying to like turn himself back to normal, and then Boxy Brown is telling him how he's sold out. It's dumb. But it was hilarious. But they've done so much shit on that show, like they changed the history and white people were slaves.
Well, I mean, I've seen other shows that did that before.
They got white people, like, instead of horses carrying the buggy, it's the white people, and the black guy's like, pull, why'd he pull? And he's whipping them. And they've done all kinds of shit on that show.
So
but
where do you draw the line? That's the thing. Like, you're gonna ban one thing, but leave all this other crazy shit they do on the show. So.
Yeah, it's just dumb stupidity, hilarious shit. And you know, the way I see it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally shit that stoners would watch. You know, they're like 15-minute long episodes. Schooly D did the fucking theme song, number one in the hood, AquaTeens, you know. That MCP Pants, MC Chris, you know, it's just fun, stupid shit. But this particular episode, yeah, I could see it offending people, but it's comedy, man. Like I said, I'm a big advocate for art. You know,
but
art.
Here's the thing, like, is comedy dead? Think about this. Like I say this, what's the last comedy you saw in the movie theaters? Like pure comedy.
That the kids, the little kids, Bad Boys or Good Boys or whatever. I think that one last summer.
You know what? I'll give you that because most people said the comedy was dead. Then that movie came out of nowhere, made money, but up until that, it was like a drought.
Yeah, and it was offensive. It was offensive, potty humor, and it, you know.
It was also canceled.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So when they released the movie,
what?
Yes, this happened. They released the movie, the AquaTeens movie. They released it, and as a promotional campaign, they stuck the Moon Knights. So the Moon Knights, they're just like these space aliens, whatever. They're a character on the show, the Moon Knights. They stuck a bunch of Moon Knights, but I think they were in light brights. They used a bunch of light brights, and they stuck them around the town, on bridges and different, tourist attractions. There was just these light bright characters. They were the Moon Knights from the AquaTeens show, and people freaked out, thought it was a terrorist threat or something, and the FBI got called in. The creators got arrested and all that shit. And then they did a press conference. If you could find the press conference where the creators come out and do a press conference,
Wow.
It's actually hilarious because all they did, they came out and fucked with everybody, you know, because they knew people were freaked out that they were terrorists and shit. And they just came out and says, we're only here to talk about hairstyles. And then,
I mean, yeah, this is 6 years after 9/11, so it's still fresh on people's minds.
Yeah, and so like they were telling, what was your like all the reporters trying to ask them about their stunts and if they knew it was going to scare anybody and all that shit, and they're like, sorry, we're just here to talk about hair.
Oh.
So
all right. So yeah, Hunger Force. All right, so what do we got next? We got okay, Trick or Treat and Krampus director Michael Dougherty. Was that right?
Yeah.
Direct Nightbreed. Okay, so Eli, tell me why I should be excited about this. Sell me on this.
Well, you like X-Men, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is X-Men for horror fans. Nightbreed.
No,
that's the witches.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, so Nightbreed. Clive Barker, he wrote this story. He wrote the book, which I actually read the book and did a book report like back in like 10th grade. So it's basically about this race of monsters. They're called the Nightbreed. They live underneath this underground city, underneath a graveyard called Midian, and they're like the outcasts of society. Humans have hunted them throughout the ages and killed them off. So now they all gather in this one last place known as Midian underneath this graveyard. This one guy, the main character, Boone, he has nightmares and visions. And he has nightmares and visions about Midian. That place is called. Okay, sure.
Break it down to me and X-Men.
Yeah. And then there's a serial killer named Buttonface. He wears like this wicked mask. He's going around killing people, but he's a psychiatrist. He turns out he's Boone's psychiatrist, and he tries to frame the murders on him. But he escapes police custody, finds Midian, and then dies, and it becomes one of the monsters. Of course, the psychiatrist follows him there and then brings like the cops and the rednecks. And at the end, there's this big battle between the monsters and the rednecks, and it's pretty fucking cool. So yeah, this was a Clive Barker story. He wrote the book. He directed the movie. The movie kind of bombed because the studio didn't know how to market it. They tried to market it as a slasher movie. They didn't understand that it was just this big epic fantasy story. It's this monster fantasy. And it didn't do well. But also the movie also suffers from a low budget because they didn't have the technology to make
the 80s. So,
yeah, 80. I think it came out 89 or 90 or something. So yeah, they could only make monsters as good as they could for the time. And so for years they've talked like there's talking about a reboot, like making like updated reboot of Nightbreed with that, it money, that Pennywise money and shit.
Right.
Because that's what it needed. That's what it needed. It needs like a bigger budget because it's this big epic monster fantasy. And so it turns out that Michael Dougherty, the director of Trick or Treat, the movie I was just talking about in the beginning of the episode. Mm-hmm. He did Trick or Treat, Krampus. He did the Godzilla King of the Monsters that came out last year. So he's doing I guess it's going to be a series. I'm not sure where it's coming on though. What if it's going to Netflix or what? But
yeah, they did. I mean, they said it, or I didn't catch it to see where it was going. But yeah.
And I'm excited. I read the book before I saw the movie, so I was really into it. The movie, there's been the theatrical cut got really cut down. The director's cut's like over 2.5 hours. Or so. Yeah, it's R-rated X-Men. There's a lot. Yeah, the Midian cut or the Cabal cut. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, the porcupine.
Hola, señorita.
Yeah, what's up? Thank you everybody for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah,
the porcupine lady with the boobs. Yeah.
Now I remember that movie. I remember that movie on HBO now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, I was a big fan. They actually made comics. I read some of the comics as a kid or in high school. Mm-hmm. And I'm stoked. This is just a cool story. The movie.
Let me ask you this. how do you think they're gonna do the TV show? Do you think they're gonna like take the movie and kind of like spread it out, and that's gonna be the first season one, something like that?
Yeah, I think they could do something like that. You know,
There was another show that did that. Since we're on horror anyway, From Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah, I did watch some of that.
Why did that show not catch on, man? Because what they did the first season was pretty much the movie, but they spread it out.
Yeah, so they really like extended it, like really expanded that whole universe. Yeah.
But when it got to the point, you remember for the movie, like they reenacted those scenes for the movie. So why that show didn't catch on, I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe because it was on. Was it the LA network?
Ray or something? Yeah, the Spanish
LA
network.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm excited for Nightbreed. I always liked the story. I read the book, the comics, the movies. The movie has a certain appeal, but yeah, you do wish that it could have been better because in the book, the monsters are more elaborate. You know, they just couldn't do what they wanted. And I think now we have the technology to really make it a cool story or a cool series.
I mean, like if it's Amazon, so like they're gonna throw money behind it. So
yeah,
we'll see.
So it's basically X-Men for horror fans. You know.
Cool. All right. Now, since you sold me on that, now you got to sell me on this. Because at least the movie with the naked porcupine lady, I remember that one vaguely, or at least that scene.
Yeah.
This, I don't know what the fuck this is. So you got to break this down to me. What am I watching? What do I need to watch it?
Oh, The Witches. So, The Witches. Roald Dahl, the guy who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Matilda. Basically, a bunch of all his books have become like children's movies. Matilda. He actually wrote
really fucked up children's movies. But
he wrote a book called Gremlins, which the movie Gremlins was based on. And actually, the Twilight Zone episode with the guy, the monster on the plane, that was really
William Shatner.
Yeah, that was really based on Roald Dahl's book. But he wrote this book, The Witches. I took.
Did I pick the right one?
Yeah, I took Fat T and my nephews to go see this when they were little kids. And I was pretty blown away. Like how I was like, wow, this is a kids movie.
Okay, wait. So this is a remake.
It's a remake of it came out in the 90s or early 90s or something.
Who was in it?
Who was in it? Angelica Houston played one of the
mouse movie.
It's where the kid gets turned into a mouse.
It's the mouse movie. Okay, now I remember. Okay, I didn't. I was like, it sounded for me, but I couldn't remember what it was. But I remember it was a movie about witches, but I didn't see any witches. It was just a kid that was a mouse the whole time. I was like, it was a really fucked up movie.
Yeah. So these witches, they hate kids. They want to turn all the kids into mice and kill them or whatever, exterminate kids. And this movie scared the shit out of a lot of little kids back then. And it was kind of a lot of horror fans remember this movie as kids.
Because the thing was, since it wasn't rated R, HBO played it during the daytime. I was like, this movie is fucked up.
Yeah. like I took my little brother and nephews to go see this shit. And I was like, whoa, like this movie's pretty fucking dope for a kid's movie. This is a kid's movie. And and it turns out it scared the shit out of a bunch of kids.
Yeah, but it was the 80s. I mean, we kids in the 80s had all that fucked up shit. We turned out fine.
Poltergeist was rated PG.
Poltergeist was a fucked up movie, man.
Yeah, that was rated PG.
And everybody on that movie died.
Jaws was rated PG.
Right. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was PG, Gremlins. And he ripped the fucking dude's heart out.
Yeah,
and showed it to him.
Gremlins was rated PG. Yeah.
You're like, it was we should be more fucked up than what we are, Eli.
It was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s, man. We're hard. In the dark and gritty, stupid little. It kind of reminded me of that, but it didn't sound like that. Yeah, but you know.
So, anyways, Robert Zemeckis. This is Robert Zemeckis. He made Back to the Future, Forrest Gump. So this is probably going to be pretty cool. This version of The Witches. It's a remake of an old classic, and we'll see how it goes. It could be a stepping stone.
Yeah.
It
fucked you up, didn't it, Fat T?
Yeah. When they ripped off
your face. Big Adventure. I told you about that shit. Lars Mars sent you. That shit still fucked me up. Oh shit.
Yeah. So
Okay. Now you got me excited. You sold me on this. I might not watch it. It might fuck me up, We got it. So let's see what we got next. Newcomer. This quick one. This quick one. We'll get back to that. Miss Marvel has some person, and I don't think I have that picture from right now. Because I didn't go that far enough. Yeah, so Miss Marvel, what's her name? I'm gonna butcher her name. Iman Vellani. You ever play with Marvel?
Vellani? Yeah,
so,
Vellani or something like that.
Whatever her name is. Eli, I don't know who the hell this chick is. I'm pretty sure she's fine. It's Marvel. They rarely miss. That's not Iron Fist.
She's a newcomer, so
she's a newcomer. So so we have no expectations of it. Now people say that Miss Marvel like skipped the line or they're not doing the due diligence with Miss Marvel. I disagree. Everything that you're supposed to do to promote a new character to the masses, I think Marvel has done it. First off, she was in a popular comic book. They got a TV show on, a cartoon on Disney Plus. Oh, not Disney Plus, but one of those Disney Channel shows. They promoted the hell out of that new Marvel Avengers game, which I'll talk about that later on. And now you got a TV show. So everything you can do to make success, because they did the same thing with Miles Morales. Yeah, Miles Morales followed the same pattern to get him out there, and now he's just wild world thing. Now you got this new video game, Miles Morales. People want to buy it left and right. They're doing the same thing with Kamala Khan. So yeah, good on Marvel. I think they're pretty good. Now, with one that would seem to be an easy decision, now we got to go to the next decision after that, and we're going to talk about Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is like, huh? Okay, this is the thing what we got going on right now. So we got Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro, for Spider-Man 3. Now, if you don't remember what Electro looked like, let me remind you. Yeah. That's it. So Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro to play in Spider-Man 3, which means he's hopping over universes to play the same guy. My thing, Eli, I was at first like, why? But then I thought for a second, like, you know what? Jamie Foxx is a good actor. He deserved better than that. That was a fucked up role, but he can do better. He's done better. It's Django.
Sure. Yeah.
Who we got? Marvel Company is unstoppable for the most part. If not Iron Fist, So my thing is with Jamie Foxx, give him another shot at it, but don't do the same shit you did last time. Do not do that because that shit sucked. I mean, the movie sucked, and that's the thing. People don't ever want to blame actors why a movie sucked. They're like, oh, he had bad writing. It was directed. No, he sucked. He was terrible, but he's a good actor.
He played like the stereotypical nerd. I don't know.
Yeah, he was doing a Batman Riddler thing. I was like, come on, man, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I didn't think I didn't hate it, but yeah, it ain't great either.
It ain't great. It was just like you can do better.
Yeah, it was just it was whatever.
But that's what got me excited, Eli, because he put up an Instagram post, but he's taking the Instagram post down now. But he was basically saying like that blue thing we had before, he's not doing it. He's not gonna be blue. Okay. He's gonna be badass. So I think he's gonna be the green lightning bolt thing, Max Dillon, from the comics, whatever like that. And my thing is, why did he post up this picture with the 3 Spider-Man? With him as a cloud, stuff like that. He took it down the same day. So that made it even more weird also. So my thing is, this opened up some questions about exactly what is Jamie Foxx going to be doing in this movie. Is he going to be playing like a completely MCU new version? I never met Spider-Man before. I get crazy powers. I fight Spider-Man. Or is he hopping over from another universe? Is he the same Spider-Man from Amazing Spider-Man 2 hops over? You took everything from me. Tom Holland said, I don't know who you are. Is it going to be that? We don't know. Because the thing is, we got the multiverse of madness, that Doctor Strange movie coming out. How much are they going to bust the multiverse wide open? Is it going to be just, a free-for-all? Is that what they're telling us right now, that anything goes? I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's Spider-Man still at Sony, so I'm sure they're gonna,
Oh, Sony had to sign off on this. Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and plus, they're still setting the Sinister 6. They were using Jamie Foxx to set the Sinister 6. They're like, since we already started on this path, we might as well just keep going. So, yeah. All I know is that I'm fine with Jamie Foxx getting another crack at Electro. Just do not do what he did last time. That's all. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Moving on past that, now we can talk about we're the Vidja Game Section now.
All right.
Yeah, we're the Vidja Game Section. So let's go to it. What we got here? We got people pissed off, Eli. Got people pissed off. Yep. Because the new Spider-Man game's coming out. Oh, before I get into it, what we got here, 2000 Man Reborn, Rumors, Doctor Strange, Multiverse, Play. different actors, Tom Cruise. Yes, that is all. Jim from The Office of Captain America. Yes, I've heard all this stuff before, but we know the multiverse is coming. We know that. So it may be our room was Tom Cruise playing Iron Man. That's probably some bullshit, but they're gonna do something. Some weird shit gonna happen, especially we confirmed that Jamie Foxx is coming back. So yeah, talk about this Peter Parker shit going on right now. So here's the thing. They have the new Spider-Man game coming out for PS5. And they're doing a Spider-Man remaster of the old Spider-Man game that's gonna be included with Miles Morales version. And you remember how Peter Parker used to look? Boom, like that. But they changed them to now look like this. So you're like, who the fuck is that? You know, it completely fucks the whole game. I won't say fucks the whole game up for me, but when they show like a clip of it in IGN, it makes you seem like you looking at it. It makes like they, you know, Don Cheadle with Terrence Howard. Like just
okay, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't play it enough. I only played it the one time. I
beat it like 3 times, but that's just me. You know? So I mean, I can get used to it. Some people like really pissed on this. I'm like, it's not that much to get pissed over. But I will say this: that let's look at this one more time. We know what they're doing, Eli. Doesn't that guy look like Tom Holland?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it looked like they're doing. They said, "Oh, because we upped the graphics on the PS5, we have to change the character to blah blah blah." But everybody else looks the same. All they changed was Spider-Man. You know, so if you go do that, just change everybody. Why you just go change just one person? Now, yeah, he looks kind of dopey looking like that, but you know, that's the one I got used to. So, my thing. But why stop there, Eli? If you're gonna do that, why not change this shit? Look, that's fucking Mary Jane. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, she looks like those faces that everybody had on that Final Fantasy movie.
Right. So nobody want to see that shit. But here's the thing, Eli, since you're gonna change it, why not change it to this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, I dropped that in a Facebook group. They lost their shit. You son of a bitch. Oh man. Oh, why stop there? Hey, you want this?
Yeah, there you go. That's
or do you want, you know, oh man, I mean, if you're gonna do it, you know. But anyway, the game's coming out, so I'm excited for that. Okay, now to some happy shit, to some shit that pissed me off, Blue Eye. I'm doing a mid-range review of Avengers. Hold on, what we got? 2000 man, SpiderMan fan, the internet. Oh yeah, yes, they are making death threats about that guy. That's some bullshit, you know. Definitely don't do that. Don't do death threats, man. You're gonna find him and don't. Nah. You know, and we know that nerds, they're not gonna do this shit anyway. If you know, it's funny if a nerd was to do a death threat on Twitter, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna fuck you up and kill you, and the devs show up to the house. Okay, I'm here. What are you gonna do now? You know, they gonna open the fucking door. They're gonna just close it. Yeah, track your IP address, motherfucker. You know. Yeah. So where are we at now? So let's talk about the event. I'm doing even though I know Avengers came out like what, a month ago or some shit like that. I've been busy. I've just been playing shit.
So you beat it?
No.
Oh, you didn't beat it?
I didn't beat it yet. I've been busy doing. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why I haven't beat it yet. Because of this bullshit. Okay. Here's the thing. This is a clip from my stream. Yes, I'm self-promoting myself because that's what we do here at Outright Geekery, promote ourselves. But anytime I play the game on PC and I play as the Hulk, this shit happens. It just goes to frame rate because Hulk just completely just destroys my game anytime he plays. And not only does he destroy the game, he crashes it. So it's like Hulk is in my game, fucking up my computer. You know, Hulk smashed my computer. He's basically puny godding my computer. So it has me like disconcerted to even play the game. Like it breaks my heart to even play the game because anytime I play it, I know anytime Hulk just goes fucking nuts and just starts smashing shit, particle shit. Oh, there goes my computer. Like, I'm tapping out. I'm not ready. You know. But here's my thing about the game, Eli. The game is fun. Like I don't know why people not saying that the game is fun. Like when you flying around as Iron Man doing shit, smashing as Hulk is fun. You feel like the Hulk. Kamala Khan is fun. You know. That's only the 3 people I got, so I haven't played as anybody else yet. But those 3 people I played it, they're fun. They play different from each other. The campaign is good, but here's another thing that's fucking me up. You can only play the campaign once.
Uh-huh.
You can't replay it. Once you beat it, you can't replay it again.
Really?
For me.
That's because you can't play
Actually got an Xbox and I don't turn it on. But yeah, so that, like I said, it's the only game that does that with me. You can only play the campaign once. You can't rebeat it again. So once you beat it, that's it. You just got to do some other shit. I didn't realize that shit because, like, you know what? Maybe I want to just beat the game again. You know, can't do it.
Really, you can't replay the game.
You can't replay it. Once you beat it, that's it.
Then what? Then you can't play the game ever again?
You can only play it online.
Okay, that's dumb.
Just those crazy ass missions, shit like that. Like, I play the guy like, wait, what? So you telling me a game I paid my money for my hard ass money to play money to buy, I can't replay a game that I bought again? That's it?
Is it to keep people from like selling it or something?
No, they're just being assholes. That's all. So
why does that doesn't make any sense?
Yeah, you can't replay the game. Once you beat it, that is it. You can't play it again. All you can do is just play like online missions or whatever the missions. That's it. So it's like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Now they say, oh, you can replay again if you erase your save file. So you have to erase everything you just did.
So you got to play it over. Like,
yeah, but all the stats, all the stuff you collected, no, all they got to go. If you want to replay the game again, I'm like,
and re-up and
right,
fucking, you know,
earn all your stuff again. Like,
yeah, all that shit again. Yeah.
Like, what if I want to replay it on a harder level? Can't do it.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest shit ever. So, I mean, so my thing is that I like the game. Like the main core game of it is fun. I'm having fun when I'm not, you know, crashing and shit, you know. But when I'm actually playing the game is fun. But all this other bullshit wrapped around it, like every time you turn around, they selling you shit. Here's another costume. Do this shit. It's a daily challenge. Go here. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I just want the core game. That's it. So the other shit about the game is irritating me. But it's like the meat of it, I have fun with it. So I don't know how to feel. That's just me. Like I said, I'm only halfway through. When I finish the game, I would either say I actually like this game or I will say fuck this game. I don't know which one. You make the call. So, because I know every other review is saying fuck this game right now. So yeah. Let me see. Can we move on past? Can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the comic book podcast. We're the comic book bullies. We'll talk about comic book podcast, and we're gonna talk about comic books this week. So I know this is usually where a lot of you switch off, you know, but stay on for a while, at least for the first book, and see how it goes. See how it feels for you. So the first we're gonna talk about is Batman: The Three Jokers.
Yeah. Now you're gonna lose them.
Now I'm gonna lose. Let's talk about Batman: The Three Jokers. So yeah. So this book, what the fuck did happen in this book? Oh yeah,
I didn't read this, so yeah, you have to.
Okay,
you have to let me know. I don't care. Spoil it. I don't give a shit.
Okay, yeah. So the book opens up with you know, because they got three Jokers. They got which one? The comedian or the clown? I don't know which one. Anyway, he opens up and he's with his wife eating octopus with his son upstairs. But it turns out he imagined the whole thing and not really happening. You know, the old Joker, which is called the criminal. Yeah, he made the shit up. So when you watch him again, he's just sitting there with a mannequin and a bear or whatever.
Too bad it's not like on the Harley Quinn cartoon where he had amnesia and he had the girlfriend.
Oh yeah, he had the girlfriend, the son. He didn't know what was going on. That would have been funny. They didn't go that direction.
Yeah.
So what happened after that? Because you know what happened? Jason Todd shot the other Joker. So the old Joker is mad at the new Joker or the young Joker for letting the other young Joker get shot by. So he's saying we need a new Robin. We got to replace him. So we get to the now in the other book when it ended, Batman saw a sighting of another Joker, so they went there. And when they go there, he sees Joker dogs, and Commissioner Gordon is there, and he's just like, "We can't go in there. Batman's already in there." So Batman, all you hear, boom, the dogs go away. He doesn't kill him. He just sedates him. That's what he said. So you got to worry about Batman being a dog hater or anything like that. He has a pet dog, you know. Now there's a gruesome scene. I got to show you this. Remember we talking about like gruesome books and shit like that? Eli, on a scale of 1 to 10, how metal is this?
That's pretty cool. All I can see is blood, but yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway,
yeah.
They bashed his head in, and the dogs chumped his head off.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah.
The Joker dog. Yeah, the Joker dog chumped his head off. And the thing is, the dude they did it with, I think his name was Judge Wall, and apparently he is a very important character because they're saying that he's a crooked judge. So anytime they need like criminals like to just escape anything like that, he'll sign a court order, send them to Arkham Asylum, because Arkham Asylum is just a revolving door. People are just going to escape all the time anyway. He's the reason Arkham Asylum was a revolving door, because he was a crooked judge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's when Batgirl shows back up, and she's just like, Batman, I gotta talk to you privately. And you like, what's going on? We got to do something about Jason, So he tells Batman what happened to Jason. Like, Jason fucking killed that other Joker. And Batman's like, oh, that's sad. What do you mean that's sad? Well, we got to do something about it. What you want to do? What you want to do with Jason? You want to have him arrested? If you arrest him, then they find out who he is. If they find out who he is, they find out who we are. They're going to know you're Barbara. They're going to know I'm Bruce. They're going to know about Alfred, Damian, everybody. So we can't do anything with them. Well, can't you at least talk to him? You're like, okay, I'll talk to him. So that's, that's all. And it's funny because the whole thing is that Batman is like being real dismissive about, like, why didn't you do for Jason what you did with me? Like, you helped me come back. Why didn't the fuck you retrain Jason? You saw his ass is crazy as hell. He was like, I was hoping he'd get better on his own. And it's just Rose went up on him, just drives off on him. So I'm like, damn, Batman. I get it. They don't spell it out, but I get it. I think Bruce feels guilty about happening to Jason. And I think that's why it's like when something, a child, when you just let a child just do whatever the fuck they want to do because you feel guilty about some shit earlier.
Yeah. I mean, he feels guilty about him getting killed. Yeah. And then, of course, getting resurrected by the League of Assassins.
Right.
So
that's my whole thing, I think. So, where do we go now? So Jason gets the trail. He goes around just beating fuckers up at the Gotham, all over Gotham, find out where are the other Jokers going. Oh, before we get there, this is actually a chilling one. Oh, I gotta show you this whole panel. This Joker leaves a clue. Well, one of the Jokers leaves a clue for Batman. And the clue is Joe Chill.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he has to go to Blackgate Prison and find Joe Chill. And the thing is, Batman's still scared of him. It's interesting what happened. I'm going to show you what happened because you've seen the whole panel of him going down Arkham, down Monarch Theater, and Joe Chill showing him. So you see Batman. I'm going to zoom in on this. You see Joe Chill. And at first he starts talking low, like, you know who I am. And then he clears his throat because he was like, wait, I'm Batman. Like, you know who I am. So he's still scared of Joe Chill. Right. So he's like, but Joe Chill's already been moved. So he kicks the door in. But that's when they tell him that Joe Chill's been moved. Basically what's going on with Joe Chill right now is that he has stage 4 cancer. Okay. So they moved into the medical wing of Blackgate Prison. While all this is going on, Jason finds the other one. Like they go to a YMCA, but they call it like the Gotham CA or some shit, whatever. He goes to a pool, and he finds a whole bunch of bodies in the pool, all butt naked, all Jokerized, like this. That's when he goes to the pool to see all like that. So he thinking they're all dead, and he used he has a cotton swab in his belt, and it melts. So he realized that it's all poison shit like that. But that's when he realizes that I'm trying to get to the scene. Yeah, that the Jokers aren't dead. So they reach to grab shit like that. And that's when Joker like, get the fuck off me. But then the other Joker, or one of the Jokers actually sneak behind and grab Jason and kidnaps him. And that's when you see.
So these are Joker clones or something? No,
they're people that have been Jokerized.
Oh, okay.
They're victims, yeah.
Okay.
So they captured Jason again. And the old Joker is telling him, I'm the original Joker. I was been around in Gotham before Batman. And I go around just making other Jokers. That's what he's telling them now. And he was like, you know what? We need a new Joker because you killed the last one. So you know what? You make a new good Joker.
You're gonna make him new. Yeah, okay.
So that's what they tell him. So he's like, but before we do that, we have to, indoctrinate you.
Kill him and shit or something?
Not really kill him. But they want to know. They want to know why are you the Red Hood? After all the shit we did to you, why are you the Red Hood? And then they take the Red Hood mask and put a clown makeup on it. And then start laughing. It's like that. Why are you calling yourself the Red Hood after the Joker fucked you up? Why are you doing that? He's like, you don't want to know why I did it? Because it's a joke. That's why I did it. They're like, you know what? You make a perfect Joker. Because for one thing, you hate Batman. You hate Batman more than anybody, don't you? He was like, yeah. So then the other Joker says, you know what? You're not ready to be the Joker yet. You're too stupid to be the Joker. So until then, we're gonna just beat the shit out of you again. So they crowbar him, but they crowbar him just enough where it don't kill him. You know. So Batman and Batgirl find him because he hacked into the Batcave to try to find the location of the Jokers. So Batman and Batgirl know who he is. Oh, this is an awesome panel right here. This Batgirl just boom, kicking the door in. Awesome panel. She didn't really do shit. But they find Jason, beat the fuck up. Oh, and the naked zombie Joker clones, they attack Batman and shit like that. He fights them, whatever. Neither here nor there. They find Jason, and you know what? And he still has the Red Hood mask on. So Batman doesn't know if Jason has been Jokerized or what, you know. And it's the way we should have had it in guided view, where he just has a mask on, you don't know. So you get ready to take the mask off. You're like, oh shit, is he like Jason? Are you all right? Like, all right. Do I look all right? So he's still Jason. He ain't been Jokerized. But he's like, do I look all right? I ain't been all right since I met you. You know, everything I've done, everything you've done to me, you have fucked me up. You know, so basically, Batgirl take you like, I'll take care of him. She take him back to the house. She nursed him. It's been like a couple days. And why is that? He's like snooping around. He finds like you know, Barbara's old wheelchair the Joker put him in. You know, and they have a heart-to-heart conversation like, do you still feel the pain? You know, also like that. And you know, one thing leads to another, and they kiss. As far as they go. As far as they go. You know?
Oh, they don't bone.
Yeah, they don't get freak nasty. I mean, how many robbers she gonna run through? You know. You know? But see, they just kiss and say, "You're like, no, we shouldn't do that. We this is wrong." You know. So they get back on the case, and it's a trick ending. Here's the ending. Joker kidnaps Joe Chill, even though he had stage 4 cancer. You know, and then he videotapes him, and then he asks them, okay, Joe Chill, who really killed Thomas and Martha Wayne? Because actually, he said he's going to live stream this, and the book ends. The end. So, a lot of stuff going around. It made you think it was going to be bigger than what it was, but nothing really happened. Or maybe some shit will happen later on. Let's see what we got here. Robin becoming Joker gives me Batman Beyond. Return the Joker vibes. Right. You know. I think so also. Or maybe they're not going to do it. But it does make sense. Because honestly, me personally, I think they've done everything they can to do with Red Hood. He needs to do something else. I know he's a popular character and everybody else loves him, but I think his 15 minutes is up. That's just me. So overall, cool book. It didn't go where I thought it go. I thought they should just fucking made him Joker. That's what I think. And make that the book. Overall, I give it a 4 out of 5. Jason Fabok artwork still awesome.
Yeah.
Still interesting story. So I still give it that. You know. But yeah, that's what I got.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about Batman shit and Joker shit, I'll do this Joker the Warzone, Batman
/ Joker Warzone. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just an anthology. This is just a collection of stories, basically previews of stories that are coming up. We have a Bane story. We have a Poison Ivy story, Punchline. There's a story with Duke. It's like whatever, you know. You're like, it's all right. You know, there's an orphan and a spoiler story, which I thought was kind of fun.
Okay.
You know, and it's like I said, they're just previewing previewing upcoming storylines that are coming up in Detective and the Batman series. That was okay until the end.
Okay.
The last story, the Clown Hunter story that I've been waiting for.
Okay.
I've been waiting for, and it's fucking dope. It's just Clown Hunter, Merkin Joker goons.
Okay. Who wrote it? Who wrote the story?
Tinian.
Tinian wrote that Clown Hunter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do they say who he is?
Yes. It's not.
What?
It's not Damien, and it's not Damien.
Okay.
They
good.
take off his mask. Yeah. They take off his mask. Okay. So, and this art, what's his name? So James, how do you say is this Stokio or something? He did that book, Aliens Dead Orbit, which was really dope. Really cool alien story, alien comic, and the art was really cool and gory and shit. And he did the art for this. So if I can just, this is like the splash page. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. So it's like, here's a splash page of Gotham. It's really, You know.
I got you. I got you. Hold on. Let's see. Damn it.
Yeah. So, anyways, Joker's like, hey, there's some asshole, some kid in the Narrows killing all my guys. And and he fucked up one of the shipments. Because remember, he's got that chemical from Ace and stuff. He says, one of my shipments was fucked up because some kid in the Narrows is killing all my guys. So he hires this group of clowns to go get him, you know. So that's what they do. This like crew of clowns go into the Narrows. They find, you know, and it's like, I don't know if you can see this. They're like seeing like Joker goons hanging from lamp posts and shit.
Wow. So he doing all that by himself. So.
Yeah. Clowns go home, or no clowns in heaven or something, spray painted on all the walls and stuff. And they're like, wow, whoever's doing this is like just as crazy as the Joker. So they find the truck, you know, they find like, oh, there's the truck with the goods are still inside. Maybe we'll get a bonus for saving the shipment. And one of them go in there, and they find one of them's checking out the back of the truck, and then he sees the clown hunter like sitting in the distance. There he is, and he starts flaming. He has got a flamethrower, so he starts shooting the clown hunter with the flamethrower. But then the flame lights up, and it shows it's just a dummy. So he's flaming a dummy, and then the gasoline ignites the truck. It was a whole booby trap, and and the whole truck blows up. So one Joker goon down, and then they're like, okay, this kid is just doing booby traps. Hey, why don't you show yourself? You know, why don't you kill us yourselves instead of using these, you know, these weak ass booby traps? And then all of a sudden, pow! Another one gets shot in the head.
Wow.
And then the clown hunter's like, yeah, that does feel a lot better when I kill you myself. So
okay, that's just that crazy as hell.
Yeah. So then there's a shootout and stuff, and the clown hunter's talking shit. It's like, where'd you learn to shoot? Clown college. You know, they're like shooting. They're throwing grenades at him, and he's like hitting them with this. He's got a baseball bat, and he's hitting the grenades back at him and shit. Finally, he kills down to the one. There's one left. Let me get it off a guided view, and he goes toe to toe with the last one. And there's this really cool fight, you know, like, you know, really cool action scene and shit, where he's just going toe to toe with the last Joker goon. And the Joker goon's like, you know, if I, you know, you can come meet the Joker. I mean, you're just as crazy as we are. I could probably get you a job, you know, working for Joker, man, if you just want to come back and meet the guy. And at one point, yeah, so here's Clown Hunter with no mask on. He busts off his mask. He's like, you're just a kid and all that. She says, I don't care about, I know, fuck the Joker. I don't want to meet him. You know, he killed my family. So I'm after him. And, you know, he's like, you sound and that's the thing. He sees, where is it? So Clown Hunter's got this bat, and it's got batarangs stuck to it.
Wow, because he took one of the batarangs, I guess, from laying around. So yeah,
he's like, "Oh, you're just a kid who worships Batman." He's like, "I don't care just shit about Batman hasn't done shit to save my family, or has done shit to save this city. He just keeps status quo." Again with that status quo thing,
right? That they were talking about with Tom Taylor.
Yeah, Batman doesn't do what is necessary to clean up this city. And everybody agrees with me. And they're in an alley. And all of a sudden, you see a bunch of people looking out their apartment windows, and they start cheering, like, Clown Hunter, Clown Hunter, Clown Hunter. You know, they're all watching the fight. And the Joker goon's like, oh, shit.
I figured it out. Okay.
Yeah. You know, and while he's looking at the guy's looking at everybody yelling Clown Hunter comes back and just thwack. Gets him right in the head with the bat and the
oh damn, okay.
Kills him, and that's the last panel. And that's it. That was it. It was just a one-shot Clown Hunter story. It was dope. Art was great, and that's what I've been waiting for. So just on that, I give this a 5 out of 5 just because of that story.
Okay.
The rest of the stories are whatever. The Poison Ivy, the Bane, whatever. Sure. But that was great.
Okay. So they basically show him, but they don't really say who he is. He basically, his identity doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just some kid.
And I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that.
I'm just glad
they don't always have to be related or anything like that. He just be a dude, just a person.
Yeah. I'm glad it ain't Damien. That's all I care.
I'm so glad. That would have been like, what? All right, next book we're going to talk about is Avengers number 38. Eli, I don't know why people weren't talking about this book. This book was fucking nuts.
Okay.
Let's see. Avengers 38. Let's see that one right there. Before we get to it, let's see what do we got here.
Clown Hunter is cool.
Yeah. He's gonna get his own series. We know that much is coming up. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you the breakdown of what this whole book was. Moon Knight versus Black Panther. That's what it was. The whole fucking book. All right. So the book starts off with Moon Knight on the moon, riding Ghost Rider's car. Somehow he drove it to space. I don't know what fuck ever. I don't know.
He's the Moon Knight, man. He's Moon.
I guess so, but he said he'd never been to the moon before. So he's just walking around the moon. And for those that keep up with their Marvel lore, there's somebody else that lives on the moon also. It's White Nick Fury. But he no longer calls himself White Nick Fury. He's called, what the fuck
Chad
calls himself?
Fury?
The Unseen or something. It was something from that original Sin story where he became the man on the moon, the man on the wall, or something like that. Anyway, he became basically he replaced the Watcher. And now he's just stuck on the moon. So that if you want to know what happened to White Nick Fury, they stuck White Nick Fury on the moon. That's what happened here. So he's telling him all this shit like that. Like, I know what you've done. I know where you've been. I know what you've seen. All this stuff like that. And that's what happened in the past. So we get to the current time. And apparently what's going on. Moon Knight and Black Panther just fighting the whole fucking book. That's all what's going on. Apparently they trapped some kind of pyramid. And Moon Knight has been brainwashed by his god, his moon god, Khonshu, who's an Egyptian guy who's also part of whatever the fuck. Black Panther's beating the shit out of him. He's trying to talk him down. He even tells, this is funny as hell. Moon Knight, Wakanda has some great mental institutions we can help you out with if you just come with me, because we all know dude's crazy,
That name sounds familiar.
Khonshu?
Did that pop up in another book going on right now?
I mean, it's from Egyptian mythology.
Yeah, maybe I just heard it just sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah. So they fight some more, and Khonshu pops up again, and this is the book that this is the money shot right here. Because in the middle of fighting Moon Knight, then the god Khonshu shows up, and Khonshu, I haven't followed the story, but apparently he has stolen all the Avengers powers. That's how he got Ghost Rider's whip and his car. He's got Doctor Strange powers. He's got Mjolnir. I think he's got Cap Shield. He's got Blades, Vampire, whatever the fuck. He's got all this shit. So he throws Mjolnir at Black Panther. Black Panther waves his hand, and Mjolnir dodges him because he's fucking Black Panther. Like, what the? Hold up, man. How the fuck you do that? So he starts just having Mjolnir just right here, like, Mjolnir, we're good friends. And Khan's like, how the hell are you doing that? He's like, oh, because the Panther clan and Mjolnir goes way back. So apparently T'Challa is worthy of Mjolnir.
Okay.
Because Bashinga, the first Black Panther, was worthy of Mjolnir. And since he has all of the souls of the Black Panther inside, because every Black Panther gets the souls of the remaining Black Panthers, he's worthy of Mjolnir also. So, okay.
Oh, I could just hear the comics gators just. Oh.
Like, what the fuck? Honestly, I'm like, okay. So he can't even tackle Mjolnir. So basically, they have like a power struggle between Khonshu and T'Challa over who wields Mjolnir. So just like they're like fighting for it. So he's just like, fuck it, I just give up. So they go back to fighting again. Moon Knight pops up again. He like, let's finish fighting. So they do that Fist of Khonshu and Black Panther. Black Panther. Here's what's going on. Khonshu has brainwashed Moon Knight into making think that Black Panther is Mephisto. So he's like, okay. I kill devils. I beat the shit out of devils. That's what I always do to devils. And Black Panther's just tired of fighting. He's like, okay, you want to be the devil? I'll be the devil. and then just start just beating the shit out of him, And it's weird because I'm trying to get to this panel, man, where they start naming all the karate moves he's doing to him. Let's see, the hungry lion organ seeker, the leaping buffalo uppercut, the wind of all this shit like this. Yeah, the winds of Serengeti, just beating the shit out of Moon Knight. Moon Knight gets a few shots in. The fist of Khonshu. What was the next one? The drunken
elephant
headbutt. So all this like just beating the shit out of each other the whole time, and then eventually, Black Panther does this move, and this shit is cool. They call it, I don't know if it's a shout out or what. It's called the Black Mamba Spine Strike. Okay. Something like, is that a Kobe Bryant, shout out or something? I don't know. But anyway, but he stabs him in the back, and he does that thing in the back when he gets him, the hippo fist. And then he's like, man, just stay the fuck down, man. Just stop getting up. And that's when Moon Knight tells him, like, Black Panther, we gotta finish this. Finish me off. He's like, I'm not gonna finish you off, man. You want to kill yourself, kill yourself. He's like, I don't know how to kill myself. I just want to get the blood out of me. So what Moon Knight does is punch himself. Because he's fucking nuts. But it's the reason he does that. Because when he punches himself afterwards, he says, Amen. They're like, what the fuck is that? Because I made a prayer. So when it's done, and I'm skipping a whole bunch of shit, but all this shit doesn't really matter. When he says the prayer, this big fireball comes out of space, hits him, and he becomes the Phoenix. So apparently he was praying to the Phoenix Force to fight Khonshu. Because Khonshu, so Moon Knight is the new Phoenix now. So book was wild as fuck, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just Black Panther just beating ass the whole time. Like I said, Black Panther beats ass in every book except his own. The fact that he was beating the shit out of Moon Knight just sweeten the pot even more. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with this book. Blade shows up, Captain America, Robbie Reyes shows up. I don't give a fuck them. Iron Man and Captain Marvel in space flying with a baby. Don't give a shit. Black Panther beats the fuck out of people. 4.5 out of 5. Go read his book. I don't know why it was a big thing. He's worthy of Mjolnir. Like, what the fuck? Expect fun coming. Yes, 2000 man, it was. Yeah, that's all I got with that.
Cool. All right, since we're on Marvel,
do it. I don't care. Do it. I don't care.
No. Okay. Well, the only Marvel I read a couple Marvels. What? Hulk or Shang-Chi?
Oh yeah. Well, I was just saying because I want to do Shang. We can do Shang-Chi. But,
all right. Yeah.
But if you gotta do Hulk, you can do Hulk. We got Hulk.
Did you read Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to do it?
I mean, I don't have to. I mean, I could.
All right. Well, I'll do Hulk, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. Oh no, that's not that one. That's yeah.
So this is the Immortal Hulk, the Threshing Place, written by some guy named Jeffrey Lemire.
Every comic book nerd just orgasm.
What's his name? Jeff Lemire or something?
Yeah, I can just get some comics right now.
The writer of such books as Garrison Peaks or something? What's that horror book? The Haunted Barn book that everybody
now you're just being blasphemous.
Yeah, so he wrote
insult
this.
Their God,
he wrote this book, and it's pretty fun. It's just a one-shot story. Bruce Banner goes to this town. Some little girl disappeared. And when they went, the search parties went out to find her. They found the body of some dude all ripped apart. So they think she's been murdered. So Bruce Banner goes there. He finds the spot where she disappeared. He can sense gamma energy. Says, "Oh shit, gamma energy." So he's looking, looking suspicious. All of a sudden, the girl's father shows up. He's like, "What are you doing here? Who the hell are you?" He's got a gun on him and shit. And the cops show up and arrest Bruce Banner. What the hell happened here? I'm trying to remember. So anyways, Bruce Banner somehow escapes and goes back out to find the spot where the girl disappeared, and and it's this big, huge, like weird monster comes out, fights the Hulk. Turns out it's the little girl.
Okay.
The little girl got gamma radiation from this company experimenting on gamma radiation, and it leaked out and it infected her. She turns into this monster. But in this series, Banner's able to absorb gamma radiation out of people. So he sucks the monster out of her. And really cool panels and shit. He's like he's sucking absorbing the monster from her. Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool. Turns her back into a little girl, feels bad for her. And tells her dad, hey, I found your daughter. Here's your daughter. Problem is she's a gamma being now. And the government, they don't like us. So you got to take her and you got to go hide her, because she's never going to, be safe. So go into hiding. So then the Hulk goes back to the chemical plant that is working on the gamma radiation and just fucks the place up. He starts beating up all the scientists and shit.
Oh yeah, just running through them. Okay.
Yeah, squashing heads. Yeah, he's holding, and then splat, like just squishing.
Oh, he's
their
killing
head.
them.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. And says, yeah, you basically, you damned a little girl. You've ruined her life with your experiments, and then fucks up the laboratory and then takes off. And then, at the end, it's just the da-na-na-na.
Hold on. The Lonely Man. Oh, they did Lonely Man.
Da-na-na. And that's it. It's just a cool little, one-shot Hulk story of Hulk beating the shit out of people and squashing heads and killing monsters and shit. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It was cool. This Jeffrey Lemire did a good job.
All right, just before we get hate mail, Eli's the one making fun of your God.
Jeff Lemire, okay, all right. For all you triggered pussies, yes, I know it's Jeff Lemire. Yes. The man.
Jeff he did it.
Yes. The holy Jeff Lemire. Yes.
You're right. Oh man, so what do we got next? Okay, all right. So you want to do it? You want to do it? You want to do it, Eli? You can do it. You can do it.
Shang-Chi?
You can do it. If you what? Wait. Let's go to the call.
It's your turn.
Is it? Yeah, it is my turn.
What is he saying? The great Jeff Lemire returns. Hulk was a very Kirby. Yeah. The art was a very old school style art. Is that the only book you got left?
That's it. That's all I got. So.
I don't care. I'll do Shang-Chi. Unless you so okay. Well, we both can. So Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, the book starts out like thousands of years ago in the Qing Dynasty.
Qing
Dynasty. Yeah. There's this the master or the 5 deadly weapons masters or whatever. What they call
That's a Wu-Tang movie. That's
the 5 Weapons Society. That's what they call.
Yeah.
They're about to get executed by the governor.
Because martial arts have been banned.
Because martial arts and magic have been banned right before they're about to get their heads cut off. These like magical kung fu masters show up and save them. And they're like, "Hey, we came to save you, Emperor, because you built your palace on Fing Fang Foom's grounds."
let me show because Fing Fang Foom is a thing.
Yeah.
Fuck it up. So
the big dragon, yeah, you've built your palace on dragon ground. And Fing Fang Foom shows up, and basically the 5, what are they called? The 5
deadly venoms.
The 5 deadly venoms.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They're basically a squad of magical martial artists sworn to protect China, and fight. Obviously, they don't really show them fighting Fing Fang Foom, but they obviously fight Fing Fang Foom, and their leader was basically he's like an immortal or whatever, or
yeah,
something.
he learns magic and immortality.
Yeah, and he's the father of Shang-Chi, and I guess this must be referring to old comic Marvel lore.
Actually, it doesn't.
Oh, really?
I think we need to get some background on Shang-Chi. Okay, so like I said, Shang-Chi is back in the 70s, things like that. His father in the original comics was Fu Manchu.
Okay.
But Marvel lost the rights to Fu Manchu around in the 80s or 90s, whatever like that.
Okay.
So this is a complete retcon.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Whatever. Okay.
Okay. Well, then there you go. I don't. So basically, at some point, Shang-Chi killed this guy, or whatever. They thought he died. Everybody thinks. The whole clan thinks Shang-Chi killed him.
Yeah.
So fast forward to fast forward to modern times, and there's another faction of this society, the five deadly weapons or whatever society. They're called the House of the Deadly Staff.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, even though they don't explain it, I think what happened is that the 5 people that created the 5 houses. That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
So it's like a splinter group for them.
Yeah. So they basically, this group, the 5 deadly venoms split and made factions. And now this is the House of the Deadly Staff. This chick, what's her name? Sister Hammer.
Yeah.
Sister Hammer. Bald chick with the tattoo, monk looking kung fu with a big giant hammer. She's there to we gotta take the world back and world domination or whatever. But they're like, hey, you're not supposed to lead and shit. So she basically beats the shit out of Brother Spear or whatever. Beats the shit out of him. But then the fire goes out. And there's that emblem on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The emblem on the wall. All the fires go out except the Hand Clan fire.
Right, the Hand Clan.
Or the Fist
Clan. Which they had banished. They banished that centuries ago.
Yeah, they banished the Fist Clan because Shang-Chi killed the dude. So they've been banished. So all the fires go out except the Fist Clan, which indicates that they're the leaders of the society, the 5 deadly weapons society or whatever. And the Sister Hammer's like, nope, they're banished. We're not going to recognize the Hand Clan as the leaders because they killed our father or whatever. So we got to go to America and kill Shang-Chi,
the leader,
part of the clan.
the leader of the Fist Clan. Yeah,
he
don't know he's the leader of the Fist Clan, but he's about to find out. So
yeah. So we cut to Chinatown in San Francisco. Shang-Chi's working at a Chinese restaurant, working for Grandma somebody. What's her name? Grandma
Wang.
Grandma Wang. Yeah. So he's just chilling out, hiding out. Not.
He's so good he can throw everybody's order at the same time.
Yeah, he's doing Bruce Lee shit. Yeah.
He's in San Francisco and Chinatown. That's Bruce Lee shit there.
Yeah. So he meets this chick. I forget her name. They're he's kind of into her or whatever. But then
it's her niece, the grandma's niece.
The grandma's niece, yeah. And then he's going home at night. He sees the chick that on the roof. He goes up and finds her, and it's what's her name? Leiko Wu.
Oh, we're gonna butcher that name. Let's see. What's her name?
Wu. And she's some secret.
She's from the old comics.
Yeah. Okay.
She's an MI6 agent.
Yeah. So she shows up like, hey, so basically the deadly venoms or whatever are after you, and they want to take you out and blah 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 blah. And while they're in there, they get attacked by one of the factions, and there's a big old fight scene, and
actually pretty cool. I mean the whole art and everything like that. Let me see
it's very very manga-esque.
That's the thing, and that's another thing I want to talk about this book. I probably would save it for the end, but I think everybody that works on this book is Asian.
Yeah.
Like the writer, the artist, everything. So
So Shang-Chi's fighting these guys off, and then all of a sudden these other dudes show up. What were they called? They're
no. They were there the whole time with them.
Yeah, they're from the Warriors of the Deadly Staff. So this is that other faction.
Yeah.
And they basically tell them like, hey, we're here to save you because Sister Hammer is here to kill. She's looking to kill you because you're the leader of the 5 deadly venoms or the 5 deadly weapons or whatever. Society.
Right. And they're basically saying like, I'm your brother, I'm your sister. Like we're all related,
We're all related, and your sister is coming to kill you.
Right.
And that's about it, right?
Well, at the very end, it really, like, even though he doesn't know them, he knows Sister Hammer. He was like, "Oh, that's
right.
my sister.
Yeah.
That's my dead sister." But obviously, she's not dead.
And she's after me. He's like, "I have to save her." And then she's like, I have to kill my brother. I have to save my sister. I have to kill my brother. That's like the end.
Right.
So it was fun, fun kung fu story with warring clans and shit, you know.
There was an interesting panel in it, and I'm thinking I'm gonna go back to it. There was one interesting panel when he was talking with the MI6 agent, and they were asking about their accents.
Oh yeah, yes.
That was some deep shit they just threw in there, like, just randomly,
Yeah, where the cadence or whatever, he says, "I talk like this to sound slower and wise. Basically, I talk like a stereotypical kung fu master to sound so people listen to me more or whatever."
Right, because if I sound too Americanized, they would just ignore me.
Yeah, so they're kind of commenting on the stereotype.
Code switching. They also comment on code switching.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty deep. Also, it was a very quick thing they just threw in there, but I thought, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, comic.
Like when you get that real representation,
right? Brian Michael Bendis not gonna write that.
Yeah, yeah. A white person ain't gonna understand that.
Right. But when you understand, like, I have to talk around the Avengers like this so they can understand me. But when he's talking around her, like, he starts to talk like that, and then she stops him, and then he's just okay. I'm gonna just talk normally.
He's like, they're talking in Chinese, like, your Chinese suck. Can we talk in English? Because your English sucks. He's like, no, I only talk like that.
Just around them. That's
just around them. But no, I can speak English just fine, Right.
And then that's when he actually started talking like proper English, regular English. Let me see. The mornings kind of be pumped up for the film whenever it comes out. It's supposed to come out May, March, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. So like I said, it was, if you just look at this book as another comic, it was a pretty cool comic. But as far as what this book represents, Eli, I think this moves the needle. Because like I said, when you look at what this book is, it is a book complete. It's basically their Black Panther. Like, everybody Age worked on this. The dude who worked on this, I think he did like an Asian Superman China book. It's bringing in like authenticity or like an insight that you're not going to get normally.
Real representation. When representation is everything, and that's what we're getting. We're getting that distinct, diverse voice. We're getting that perspective that you don't see when you have a non-colored person writing this, who doesn't understand that world, that their life and their culture. You're getting that cultural voice, which is nice. Right.
I mean, like I said, it didn't bombard you with it. It didn't hit you too much with it. No. It was just enough there, sprinkled in it. That was it. Let me see what we got. Very culturally aware. Yeah, like I said, and that's why I appreciate Marvel going with this book.
Yeah, they're talking in the beginning in the Chinese restaurants, pineapple dumplings and the different.
They're in a Chinese restaurant. They're in Chinatown. You can't fake this. If you don't know it, you can't fake it.
Yeah, making references to their food and stuff that
like that we won't know, but he's in Chinese. Even when the fact that when the niece was talking to him, like, oh, I wanted to meet him because he's an Avenger, and he's all the stuff like that, and it's the grandma's being overbearing, stuff like that. It was a lot of good stuff in this book, man. Like, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. But for what it represents, I almost want to give it a 4.5 out of 5 because I do think that people do need to read the book, because at the end of the day, it's just a comic.
And and if you're into martial arts movies, this is just same old warring kung fu school.
Not even gonna lie, Eli.
Yeah,
I heard Method Man when when the thing was going, which is another reason why I appreciate this book, because I can hear, you can hear the soundtrack of where they're going with this. You know.
It's just the same old, warring schools, warring clans, warring sects of just excuses to fight, and it's a chop socky, kung fu flick in a comic,
Okay, so can I get to the bad part?
Okay.
Your boy, your God, Jeff Lemire.
Okay,
we're gonna go there. Because here's the thing, Eli. I'm reading this book and I'm reading the plot of this book. I knew everywhere we're going to go with this plot, because it's almost tit for tat the exact same plot of Green Arrow War of the Clans, the New 52 story written by Jeff Lemire.
Okay.
It's the same.
I was about to say it sounds like even the Black Panther or you know,
right, the 5 tribes and all stuff like that. It's the same story where you got like he's the Arrow clan, you know, head of the Arrow clan, but then you have like the Staff clan, the same thing, the Spear clan, the Hammer clan. All these guys show up. The Hand clan. All these guys show up, and he even has to fight his sister.
Okay,
like he has a sister he never knew about.
Or the Aquaman movie, you know.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's like
the Return of the King or whatever, you know.
Yeah, but it's like it's really close. It's just like, okay, y'all read it Green Arrow, but here's the thing: like the reason I read it is because the CW show ended, and I was going through Arrow withdrawal. You know, I didn't get the I want to be something else, something more. You know, so I'm like, fuck, let me go read a New 52 Green Arrow book. It was Jeff Lemire. Like I said. I don't worship him like every comic book fan does, but I like it's a good story. It was a cool story. But reading this, I was like, oh shit, they just took Jeff Lemire shit, just ran with it. I like.
But you know what? If you watch kung fu movies, they're very similar. A lot of warring schools, where you know, East is Red, you know, you know, The Bride with White Hair, all these classic kung fu flicks, you know, are about you know these warring clans, these warring groups, these warring societies, you know, the Fist of the White Lotus and Shaolin versus Lama or Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. Yeah, those
school versus school. Okay,
yeah,
I get with you on that. So basically,
the Five Deadly Venoms is about that. They were a clan that, you know, and you know, that went off and formed different factions and stuff, and one guy had to go find them all, and you know, and plot. Kung fu movies are very soap opera, very operatic, you know.
I'm not gonna knock. I'm not even gonna knock it. I'm not even gonna say that's a bad thing because how many superhero movies have the same plot?
Yeah.
Black Panther, Thor, Ragnarok, and Aquaman, all the same plot. You know? So I'm not gonna knock it for this that it did similar to War of the Clans, Green Arrow. It's a fun story. If you want to rip off Jeff Lemire, who else? I mean, why not?
Yeah,
you know, you can do worse.
And I'm like, hey, are they retconning shit? Cool. I didn't know. I mean, I don't really remember. I mean, I remember Shang-Chi was a little kid, but I don't remember like detail. I didn't know about Fu Manchu and all that shit.
Yeah, and they weren't allowed to say his name, you know, all this stuff like that. So it's, you know, but you know what? None of that stuff matters. That's the thing. If you've never heard of Shang-Chi, don't know what Shang-Chi is, you can read this book. You could people from the old book show up, but it don't really matter.
Yeah,
they introduce who they are, so it's cool. Any more books we booked out? Or
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, we got another episode. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Share the link out. You know, even though the live is about to end, still share the link out. Let other people see it. Share the Spotify link out. I'm working on Apple Music right now. We'll figure something out. Next week, we'll do something else. The closer we get to Halloween, I don't know, we'll figure something out from there. Some more books will come out. And, you know, we'll go from there. Until then, it's Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.